What y'all got on special? Can you give me something sweet?
Hey, bartender, how much for a shot,
Can I
man?
get a sour on the right up?
Do you got a blue motorcycle? Sex on the rocks.
We on?
We are on.
Okay. Hey guys.
What's good?
What's going on?
Welcome to Sex on the Rocks podcast.
Hey.
You know what it is. It's your boy Quentin Quazy.
And this is Tiffany.
How y'all doing this weekend? Don't answer that. Don't be talking.
Listen, it has been a week. You need to angle this more in the middle.
Angle this
There you go.
Actually,
Put it in the middle. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
All right. So no. Does my boobs look my boobs like stay looking ashy? Like, I'm sorry, guys. They just look. No, I'm serious.
Like put a whole thing of body butter.
No, I had this. Wait, no, I put lotion on, but it still looks ashy. I think it's like the lighting. That's why you need a filter on this. But anyway, titties. No, not. Who wants to suck some ashy titties?
Do you think a dude cares if the titties are ashy?
Yes, I do. A guy that I would fuck with. Yes,
as long as they not like cracking and like look like they got eczema or something.
Well, they probably do. Alright, anyway, so my week was trash. How about yours?
Well,
on a scale of 1 to 10 blowjob.
My week was better than last week.
Okay. Why so?
Because I'm no longer like in a fight with my girlfriend. So.
Oh yeah, you were feeling it.
I wasn't.
That mood was down.
I wasn't down. It was just.
It was like
it took a toll.
It was
You're
a lover.
I'm a lover.
Aww.
What's not to love about me?
Wait, what's your sign again?
Leo. If I tell you this
Leo, okay. You know it's crazy. Any guy that I'm dating, like I remember their signs like the back of my hand, like because I'm like, oh, that's why you did that.
So basically,
because you a goddamn Gemini, huh?
Because you're not fucking me, you can't remember my sign.
Yeah, pretty much. Anybody who I'm not like romantically involved with, I don't give a shit about their biggest. All right, what you drinking? What you sipping on?
This today I'm sipping on my usual.
Oh, okay. I am sober as fuck.
You want something? I got something sweet in there for you.
What you got?
Some little Jack, honey.
I'll take some. Let me get a shot. You got an extra cup?
Of course, I'm a bartender. Of course I got.
Okay, all right. See, I don't carry. See, I know like most bartenders they carry like extra liquor and stuff in their bag, but I don't. All right, so let me tell you why my week was trash. Right. So it started out really good, and then I feel like I'm always leaning so that you guys can like see me. So I'm sorry we don't have our regular cameraman today. But anywho, so we're doing this shit by ourselves, just me and Q at the studio, which
good.
That shit I don't think that's ever actually happened with just like the two of us.
Not so far.
No, not at all. All right, so anyway, so like my week started out cool, and then I was off Friday from work, thank God. It was like this girl's last day she's like one of our best employees. So we were a little sad about that. And then like the weekend came here and it just fucking sucked. I worked back to back, which, you know what I'm saying, I don't mind. I stay working. When I say work, I mean, anytime I'm talking about work on the weekend, I'm talking about my bartending gig.
Okay.
So I worked Friday night and then I had to work at 6:30 on Saturday. Did not get off work till 4 o'clock in the morning. Promised my kid I would take her out for breakfast today. So I'm like fucking going off on like 2 hours of sleep. Had to take her to get her hair done. Had to get this crochet in. I'm just saying it's a lot of shit going on. I'm pretty sure that all men suck.
No,
and because I don't suck.
You don't suck.
But like I do, just the right person. I'm not sucking off everybody.
So you need to get your Joe Scott on.
We're gonna talk about that.
This mic right here, we about to move this spit.
we about to. What did she do? The little she was playing with the balls and
everything.
All that. All right. Anyway,
and my best Cat Williams was everything. Everything.
All right. Well, so yeah, so that's pretty much my week. I'm going to get. I wish I would get some cats, but I'm allergic, so I'm gonna get a dog. And you know,
cat lady, yeah.
No, I'm not gonna be a cat lady. I'm just gonna have like one dog. Huh?
Why you just don't fuck the white girl you fucking?
I cannot believe you said that on air.
What's
First off, we're not talking no more.
Oh.
I know, right?
So
Wait.
that's why it's not. That's why you not. That's why you not.
Well, listen. No, it's not just him. It's not just him though. But because I already knew, like, going into that situation, that shit wasn't gonna work because, like, he had just got out of a long ass situation.
So he wanted to go have fun, and you talking about you?
No. I told him, I was like, yo, which prompted me to be wanting to do this episode about hoe phases, because I was like, yo, have you ever went through a hoe phase? Because you've had relationships back to back, and he's like, not really. So whenever I meet a guy that's never went through his hoe phase, like, I'm not interested. Like, if I'm just trying to fuck around, you know what I'm saying, play around and shit, but I've done enough of that. So if you're not trying to be here long term, I'm good. So it's just kind of like, he just got out of a relationship, never had a hoe phase, super busy getting he already has several businesses, getting another big business off the ground. So I kind of knew it was going to happen eventually. But I'm petty as fuck, and so is he, because we're the same sign, so it's kind of like dating the male version of you. So I'm not going to be the first one to text. He's not going to be the first one to text.
Y'all just childish.
So we're just being childish right now. But because I feel like I wasn't getting the attention and support that I needed. And I don't know if he felt that way. I don't know. But he texted me good morning. I texted him good morning back Friday. And then he didn't text me all day. And I didn't text his ass all day. I didn't text him good morning today. He didn't text me good morning today. And this is how, maybe this is just a me problem, because this is how I end up to not speaking to a lot of guys.
Because you too proud to text them?
No, I will text if the momentum is there. But I'm, like, super sensitive to energies and vibrations. And I could feel like some shit was off. And then this is why I don't want to be friends on social media. Because that nigga, he ain't black.
You can't be friends with your guy on social media?
No.
Why?
Unless we're together.
Okay, because
you
fucking them, that's your friend with benefits. Y'all don't need to be friends.
Okay,
but that's your boyfriend or that's the guy.
No. If we're together, cool. That's different. But if we're kind of like dating, we're talking, we might get serious, might not. But we're spending a lot of time together. Obviously, there's feelings there. And we say it's no expectations, but let's be honest, expectations are there. So, like, if you're posting shit while you're out, like, say you post, like, your food.
So,
right?
He posting shit and he not, answering your text messages?
No, I didn't text him. But your okay, let's say, we supposed to have plans, right? Mm-hmm. And those plans don't come about. Okay. But you're posting, like, that you're at dinner, and you're posting your plate, but I can see your companion in the background.
So you see that he's with somebody else.
Exactly.
So
that's why. Huh?
So you thought you was the only one.
No, I don't know. Well, the thing about it is, if we're just dating, you can talk to and date whoever you want to. I'm not going to ask you about it. But when you volunteer, I'm not talking to nobody else. I'm not fucking nobody else. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I didn't ask you for that because I'm never going to tell you the same. Because my options is always open. Until we're in a relationship, but that's how I have to be. Why? Because shit like that. So when a guy stops talking to me out of nowhere, like when that vibe changes, when he's being inconsistent, because if a man really likes you, he's going to be consistent. So when that shit changes, that means they got something else going on. Straight up. You can't tell me that's not true. There's always no. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. Because he is super busy, but he still made time for me.
I disagree.
So now that he's being inconsistent, he's still going out. Anytime there was any going out, it was me and him. So going out and all that stuff. Free time. No, I don't want all his free time, but I want
most of it.
You to. No, I didn't say that. I haven't seen him in almost 2 weeks.
And
he was on a business trip for a week, and then he came back. And like our schedules and shit just didn't materialize. So he didn't want to chill with a girl that's
not going to give him head.
We didn't. I mean, it was no point to make it. First off, it was no point to make it there to whereas I was deciding, I'm not going to give him head, or I am going to give him head. It didn't get to that point because we were just chilling. Like you could chill with somebody and not fuck them.
Right, and he wanted to fuck somebody.
Well, I never said he couldn't, but see, listen, if you're talking to me, if I'm not fucking...
Hold on, you said about the vibes and the
vibrations.
The vibrations.
Okay.
He was getting no vibrations from you. There was no vibration, there was no gyration.
Hey, Anyway, the moral of the story is, I feel like when ladies, hey, when a man stops talking to you out of nowhere or when he's severely inconsistent, there has been a life change. He met another bitch, or he talking to his old bitch, or he just don't want to be bothered. But whatever reason it is, it's a big ass reason, and you cannot get into the middle of that. I'm not trying to understand these niggas. I'm not trying to understand these men. So that's that. Let's talk about yours.
My week was kind of better than last week. Okay. I mean, I'm not, with me and my girl are not fighting. Okay.
Yay.
This living together thing is still new to both of us.
Okay.
So it's this little button heads thing kind of a little bit. And I mean, it worked. I kind of hit some high numbers this week, so I ain't gonna trip over that. I mean,
what you mean?
The holiday season. I'm in sales, so
I didn't know that.
In sales, I mean, you got quotas and you got numbers to hit, and you
sales. I can't do that shit, man. As like full time, because you don't know if you're gonna get a check or not.
Well, no. I'm not based off just commission. I have a base salary, of course. I'm in corporate sales, so I'm not in retail or no shit like that. Mm-hmm. Well, so I get my base, but if I hit certain numbers, I get a nice check and then a nicer check.
Oh, okay, nicer check.
So yeah, I was putting up some good numbers this week. I'm leading my team and some shit for real. So that's always great.
Okay.
And also, just jumping in, like you said, the weekend. Jumping into the weekend, that's the only time I am working that I feel like it's really work sometimes.
Bartending?
No, not bartending. Just fucking with y'all. Fucking with y'all is a headache.
What you mean?
All right, so let's talk about Saturday, because I didn't work with y'all on Friday.
I worked Friday. We made some good ass money.
All right.
Shout out to Q Dogs. It was Founder Day.
Yeah, it was their
Founder Day.
Mm-hmm.
It was all up in the fucking club that night.
She was thirsty.
Ain't I love me a Q Dog, huh?
But keep calling me Alpha, that's a Kappa. She don't know the difference.
I don't. We're going to have an episode about that, though, guys. We're going to have an episode because I'm totally... I went to PWI, so I don't know about, like, the Greek life. I don't know about HBCU. I don't know about the HBCU stuff, so we're going to have stuff. So we're going to have a show about that. But anyway, go ahead.
All right, so, yeah, I mean... So I just got a question for you. On Saturday, when I walked in and I first saw you, what was the first thing I asked you?
I don't know.
Are y'all getting paid for this shit? I asked that because it was a private function, and it was another sorority. It was probably like a white sorority or something. Yeah. Like that. They was having a little party or whatever, and they weren't really buying a lot of drinks. And if you're not buying a lot of drinks, there's nothing for them to tip on. They was just buying bottles of water and shit like that. Yeah. So I'm like, Tiff, y'all getting... Because I know this club, and this club is notorious for not paying their bartenders for certain events. So I'm like, are y'all getting paid for this? And she said, what you mean? I'm like, are you getting paid? She's like, you mean like to be here? I'm like, yes. Did you get paid to come out the house for this? And she's like, well, I mean, I guess, yeah. Like, what the fuck you mean you guess? And
did I say that though?
This is what you said, yes. And this is where I come in at, because you and Aaron, Magic, like to play with me, how I'm the young boy. I'm the young one.
Okay.
But now what? When it comes to this bartending shit, I gotta show y'all some shit. I never
said you didn't.
Let me tell y'all how to navigate through this. Because from that club, I learned a lot. That club was my, like I tell y'all, that club was my playground. I go there and do whatever I wanted to do. It was that was my learning ground, stomping grounds, whatever you want to call it. Okay. But when I went other places, I learned more about bartending and how business goes as far as nightlife goes. Yeah. So like, back then we would have an event at that club, and we would get paid X amount of dollars, right? And those events will be done by big corporate companies, fraternities that are really kicking out bread. I mean, like bread for between $3,000 to $6,000 or $7,000 just for that space. They have open bar and things like that, so they're not tipping because it's an open bar. Sometimes depending on who you're rocking with, they might tip you. And on top of that payment, they give gratuity on that check. And that club at the time was not kicking out the right numbers. And the way I learned this was because I left that club and went to another club, or a couple different clubs. And that particular club that was getting all of those events, they lost their liquor license. And all those events had to find other venues. And I happened to be at the venue that those companies were coming to. And as a bartender, fucking around and talking to these old rich white people and shit, they want to have a couple shots of green spot and talk to you about their wife and shit. So we having conversations, and I'm talking to I guess he was the president or something of whatever company it was, and he's telling me, oh yeah, we paid this, we paid that, and the third, and yeah, we leave you guys a big tip every year, so what's coming. And I'm like, for real? Where? When I'm working at the new spot, I see that big tip. I walk out of there 4 hours of work, over $1,000. Versus working at that old club, 4 hours of work, same thing, $200, $250. And that kind of blew that made me very angry. Yeah. And it's like, hold on now. I mean, just wasn't because I was young. I was 21, 22 at the time. I didn't know a whole lot. I was real, I guess I was, as we say, wet behind the ears. I didn't know how business was supposed to go in the bar. I thought it was just, hey, people come pay for their drink, might tip you on the side, cool. I didn't know that the clubs actually got paid to have that space. I mean, I knew that the club got paid to have that space, and I thought I was getting paid an equal or a fair amount of money, and it wasn't. There's a certain amount of money that you should be getting paid. If a club, suppose somebody wants to rent out a space and it costs $5,000. Okay, the club takes their percentage, then they pay off whatever expenses they need, and then the rest of that should go to your staff. Because the club, you taking out your percentage off top. Right. Period. You're taking off your percentage. That's what you make, and then you give your bartenders a fair amount or a fair rate. Because without them, you're not doing nothing. You're not making no money. Yes, your DJ is making everybody dance, making everybody have fun, but you're not making money off the DJ. You're making money off your bar.
So, okay, and I'm glad we're talking about that for our bartending segment, because so in the state of, check the state you live in, but more than likely you live in North Carolina, and so there's a minimum wage that there is in North Carolina, and when it comes to like service jobs, if by the end of your shift, damn this shit. All right. Anyway, no. At the end of your shift, if your tips does not equate to the hours that you work and the minimum wage, your employer is supposed to pay you. Right. Now, when it comes to nightclubs and the kind of industry that you're in, that you get paid off the table, it's hard to prove that. And if you are to bring that up to your manager, to your supervisor, whoever, they're just going to find another bartender who's with it. Yeah, so likely you most of the time you never even fill out an application. Yeah, you just kind of like show up. It's the easiest. You don't pay taxes on it, so a lot of employers get away with that shit. The club I work at in Durham, we get paid hourly, and we get paid hourly well every week, and plus we just bring home whatever tips we make. The club that you're talking about now, it's just pretty much straight tips. So it's kind of like, I get that, the owners are going to do what they want to do to keep more money in their pocket, but you have to know your worth and say, hey, what I do, if I'm working a private party and I didn't make any money, I'm going straight to my manager and my supervisor, like, we're going to need to do something about this because I was here for 4 hours and I didn't make shit. Yes. So you're either going to not put me on any private parties, or we're going to have to talk about this. You're going to have to do something. But the owner, he will, like, if you go to him directly, he'll make sure you're good. I've had to do that.
But I don't like having to do it.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to.
You shouldn't have to go over their head.
That's true.
Which, I mean, right. based off what you just said about you tell people don't schedule me for this or schedule me for that. Mm-hmm. I've been in that position where I was the bar manager, and the owner didn't want to pay people. Like I was a bar man. It was a club in downtown Raleigh that I helped reopen. It was a failing bar. It was a dive bar, and they reopened it. I have
some people don't know what a dive bar is. What is that?
A dive bar is more so your hole in the wall bar. Your bar that it's not super flashy. It's just a regular bar. It's a place to come, sit down, get liquor. They might have some music, and that's it. Okay, it's not. I don't want to say it's not very well kept. It should be a clean place, but it's not flashy. It's not a nightclub vibe. It don't have a bunch of TVs. Probably doesn't have a. It's not a club atmosphere.
It just ain't popping. It ain't popping. Like
no, it can be popping. Like because it's a spot
for poetry night.
No, it's a spot on
poetry
on
night
Western.
was popping.
It's a spot on Western that's technically a dive bar,
okay.
And that shit has been popping for the last year.
What's it called?
I'm not trying to say it online, but if y'all can see people that's watching the video.
I never heard of it.
Oh man, I gotta take you there. Anyway, it's a spot. It's a spot in Raleigh that's super popping.
Oh my! I need a life. I be hearing about all these.
Because she fake. She be fake.
Oh, Q don't ever invite me nowhere. Don't do that. Whatever.
I don't go out, but if I go out,
let me know. Let me know. We could all go out.
But anyway, a dive bar it can definitely be popping, but it's just not as flashy as you would want a nightclub to be, and that's mainly because you're not paying for a whole bunch of security. You're not paying for a huge DJ. You're not paying for a bunch of club shit. You're just not paying for it. You don't have cocktail waitresses. You don't have a regular waitress that says, "Hey, hon, what you want to drink? I'm gonna bring you to." That's it, and that's what it is. And I forgot what I was going into this, but anyway, the bar that I helped revamp. It was kind of really on some bar rescue type shit. Like I was instrumental in picking out what the actual bar looked like, from the flooring to the bar taps. Beer taps, I mean, what the actual bar itself looked like, everything. I helped with that shit, and it was off to a great start. And it was meant to be a craft bartender spot, but that didn't bring in the clientele that the owner wanted, or the money that the owner wanted. Because I mean, he wanted to see a return like quick, fast, and in a hurry, like right now. Which, I mean, you still have to put your name out. People got to know that it's here. It's kind of more like a speakeasy kind of thing, right?
Right.
But that's not what he wanted. He wanted to see his return ASAP.
Greedy.
And, yeah. So
and impatient.
Very impatient. He started seeing that people they liked the venue, they liked the space because it looked great. They wanted to have events there. And I was like, oh, yeah, book all of them. Let's book them. And then it came to a point where they would have these huge events, and the bartenders would get their ass kicked. Like, it'd be so packed, and because it was a private event, an open bar, the bartenders would not make anything in tips. They would rarely tip, and we live in a college town where these organizations have a lot of money to do events, but then the kids that come there, they're not tipping.
That's true.
So, like I said, these people or patrons paid for the venue. They paid $5,000, $6,000, $8,000 just for 4 hours, and the owners pocket all that money. Now we got the bar management got paid. We got paid, but our bartenders didn't. At the end of the night, I walked up to one of my bartenders and said, "What y'all make after y'all tips?" They said $35. After they got their asses kicked, they said they made $35. So I got together with the two other managers. And I said, yeah, we got to do something about this. We got to go tell Holla at blank, and says he need to pay them. He said no. So just for that night, me and other managers, we paid them out of our money that we got paid. We paid them out of our bread.
That was nice.
Because I mean, I've been in that situation. Like I told you, in that same club that we worked at last night, I walked out of there with $1,000. I worked out of there with $7. And I just wasted time out of my life for this shit.
Exactly.
Like, and I'm not even paid for it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, most like when I do like gigs, like private gigs, like with like DJs who I know they be like, "Yo, Tiff, can you work here? Can you work there? What you giving me just for coming out?" Because I'm not gonna accept nothing less than like $50 just for leaving my house local. So the DJ I work with now, he gives me at least $100 just for showing up, and I get to pocket the rest of my money. So I love when he called me, "Hey, boo, all right." I think he's trying to fuck me, but that's okay. Still put me on the events.
Check out the break.
That's not true. I make my own money. Thank you. Last date I went on, I paid for it.
Okay, would you say that was a good date?
Yeah, it was a great date.
All right, so I have a question. Why did you pay for it?
I paid for it because I just felt like I wanted him to know that I wasn't, trying to chase his money.
Okay.
I know that he had just kicked out a bunch of expenses, and I know that I have my own money.
So you was pretty much you was not fronting, but more so.
What?
Hey, boo, I'm really feeling you, so I'm gonna do this. That was your initial.
No. I wanted so I feel like a lot of men don't get treated fairly when it comes to finances.
Okay.
And I work very hard. I do well for myself, so I could pay for dinner once in a while. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do it the first date, but I could pay for dinner. I could pay for lunch. I could do it here and there to show you that this is a partnership.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's a even plane. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to do it all the time because I feel like as a man you are a provider.
You should be.
But I don't mind, showing you like, hey, order that steak. Order your whatever.
Order whatever you want.
I got you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you not... Because I think, bitches be broke. Like, straight up. I'm sorry. Yes. But, like, young women... I hate to say bitches, but... Women, ladies, get y'all finances together. If you got to take a year off and get another certification, do some coding, get into some stocks, read the books about self-made millionaires. They got a bunch of different hustles in there that's not including stripping and shit. It's money out here to be made, and if you put your mind to it, you can definitely get on that. If you fucking with a bunch of different guys that got money, ask them, how did you get that money?
Yeah, don't just
how did you get that advisement? No.
Don't just
you have to... Stocks, I want to learn. Oh, you did this. How did you do that? Where you know what I'm saying? Like you need to pick their brain. You need to learn something from whatever. If you're going to be fucking with a guy, he got money, whatever, he got a good job. What's your degree in? Oh, how did you get that position? Or blah, 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 blah. How long was like, ask them questions about it. Because men are very, it's cool to date a guy with money, but if y'all end up together, like, and y'all don't stay together, that money goes right back with him. Yeah. So you got to make sure that you're good. I think I say this probably every fucking episode.
I don't know. I mean, but I definitely agree with that.
Men protect their money like they fucking protect their goddamn car. I'm telling you, men will have secret stashes.
I got a top 5.
Secret counts, okay?
I got a top 5. Top 5 women or people, women mainly. Or people, because a lot of guys, you can't get money out of me.
Okay.
Unless you're my brother and you like about to die or some shit. But it's a top 5 women that only can get money out of me. Of course, my mother. I have 2 sisters.
Okay.
My girlfriend and my niece. That's it.
Yeah.
My grandmother's
a very protective of their money. They don't play that shit.
Anybody outside of them 5, why?
Any guy that's constantly throwing money at you as well, he's insecure as fuck and he probably got a little ass dick. I'm just being honest. I'm just saying. All right. We need to move on because we haven't even gotten to current events. Yeah. I don't even know where's our time.
I don't know. We just gonna go.
All right, I hope it's not a long ass episode, guys. Even though I know you guys liked the last episode. Shout out to Drew for coming through.
A lot of people did love that.
Yeah, we got a lot of good feedback. Thank you guys so much for listening and sharing and commenting. We're trying to get more content for you guys and talk about real shit. And we just need Q to be a little bit more vulnerable because Q is not really that vulnerable.
Hey, look.
And I need you, I like for people to share their soul.
Y'all gonna get out of me what y'all put in me, which is not a lie.
All right. Anyway, current events. Go ahead and start up.
All right. So current events. You start with your fake feminist.
All right. Fake feminist news. I want to talk about Jill Scott. Woo! Did you see the video?
I did. I would love to be there, Mike.
So, why do you think men are acting like how they're acting?
What you mean? How they acting?
So men are acting like they ain't never got no fucking head like that before.
Well, a lot of women aren't doing that. A lot
playing with the ball, stroking, coming in the face.
Yeah, a lot of young girls don't know it because, I mean, me as a guy, I don't feel like I shouldn't have to teach you. At this point in my life, yeah, okay. I don't feel like I should have to teach you, which is wrong because, like I told y'all before, my girlfriend told me.
Jill Scott was at a concert. Now, if you are a fan of Jill Scott music, you should know that she's always been sexually free. She talks about being addicted to sex, loving dick, loving getting dick down. Jill Scott talks pretty nasty. She does it eloquently and classy, but she still talks about it because she likes fucking and she likes sucking dick. And if you listen to a lot of her music, her interviews and stuff like that, she's very sexually open. So me seeing this video about her was nothing surprising. I was wondering why everybody else was acting the way they did. And it just goes to show you that a lot of people cannot take a sexually free woman, especially when she kind of has like a good woman, good girl kind of mantra or image about her. Because everybody, I don't know a female that's not sucking dick, you know, unless she's like super, super like lesbian.
For you.
Exactly. Anyway, I didn't think it was a big deal, but y'all niggas ready to risk it all. I've been seeing like fake FaceTime videos of her and like dude's face in the corner, like Photoshop. The shit is just out of control. So I mean, to tell the woman, the guy who, let me tell you something. I don't suck everybody's dick, but I know how to suck dick. I know that for a fact. I know. You know why? Because I have had men in my life teach me. Like, because every guy don't like getting their dick sucked the same. So I've literally had boyfriends who be like, yo, nah, don't do that shit. Okay, so how you want me to do that?
I don't know. I'm just thinking of, as a guy's perspective.
You have to...
I'm just thinking of a girl. When you say every guy doesn't like their dick sucked the same.
Yeah.
I feel like every girl does like getting hit the same. Every girl, when you live...
No, well, I mean like...
want to stay around the clip.
Well, yeah, but some guys like to bite or nibble.
We talked about this last episode. Who the fuck?
Some do, yo.
Who like?
I've had niggas bite, nibble. I've had niggas hum, like they get down there.
Oh yeah, my man's told me, but I still have not tried.
That shit is whack. That I looked at him, I was like, yo, like what the fuck are you doing, bro?
I think it's like more of the vibration.
Nah, I was like,
it's like a vibration.
I couldn't even enjoy. I was like. Looking down, I couldn't even enjoy it because it was so fucking stupid. It was so goddamn dumb. I was like, why are you humming? This nigga said I read it in Cosmopolitan magazine.
Because it's a vibration. That's like a toy.
No, y'all niggas
I want to try.
Keep the vibrations to the toys, okay? Not your mouth, all right? It's just kind of like, you know, a cat purring, catnip, something like that. But I like a little pain, so I'm a little bit different. But yeah, every guy doesn't like his dick suck. Every guy doesn't like his, well, dick suck the same. Most of them like their dick suck. And if they don't like it, that's because they ain't got it done right. Some guys don't like their balls touched. Some guys like their balls licked. Some guys like for you to put both of their balls in your mouth. Like, it just depends on the guy.
I don't like my balls sucked. That shit hurts.
Okay, yeah, see, exactly. See what I mean? So... I mean, it's just different, but that whole coming in the face and, like, I think she, like, wiped it on her. Like, he came in her face and she, like, wiped it in.
She did that?
I think so, yeah.
I didn't see that part.
Okay, well, watch the whole video. I think I could just be, like, I don't know. I'm not doing that shit. But I do got some acne over here. I'm trying to get some acne, huh?
You gotta try to get the face. My girl talk about. She said it's supposed to be good for the skin.
It's supposed to be.
She's scared to try. I said let's do it. Then she said no. She said,
but no, I've done it. It works.
Oh.
I haven't. This was years. This was back when I was like,
huh? Just take it and wipe it.
No, it don't. No, because like it's got it like. You gotta like.
You gotta come straight from.
You gotta rub it in there like a face mask. I'm telling you, you gotta let that shit sit like overnight.
Oh, that's a lot.
Because I tried it once. I was like, this shit don't work.
Fuck a pearl.
And then my homegirl was like, no. Rub it in, sleep with that shit, and then wash it off in the morning. It, like, dries the fucking pimple out. I'm telling you. If you do that shit consistently, bitch, you're going to have the best skin in the fucking world. But not I, because none of these niggas deserve me sucking their dick. All right, anyway. So, shout out to sexual liberations. Shout out to women who are not afraid to show their freaky side or show, you know, what they like to do in the bedroom.
Hey, more power to you. I mean, I don't see why you would hide the shit, but...
because, you know, society. You can't be a hoe. Even though,
it's not being a hoe by being nasty. It's just being nasty. I'm
about to unleash this hoe that's been building up inside of me.
Stop bluffing. You need to give it to the guy that normally sits across from us. Yep, I said it.
Next subject. All right, so let's go ahead and get into current events.
No, let's just skip the current events. I'm going to piggyback over what you said.
Okay. Damn, we going to skip it? Okay, skip it. All right.
I want to talk about this.
Okay.
Right.
You not going to even do sports?
Fuck sports. Ain't shit. Melo got traded. Well, he got put up for adoption. Who cares? Anyway.
Allen Iverson is still fine. He is still fine. I heard he's going to be at CIAA again.
Probably.
And
that's his shit.
I'm trying to be in this. I'm trying to be in that bitch with him.
We need to have. We need to go to. All right, we gonna work. We gonna work. You trying to work?
Hell yeah, I'm trying to work. Put me on. We can go up there together. We can go up there next weekend. So what's up? Y'all need some bartenders? Okay.
Yeah. The same person used to own the club that we at now.
Yeah.
They got 2 clubs.
I know. We need to go talk to old dude.
Yeah.
I
don't want to work at the one you was gracing. Not that one.
Why not?
Never mind.
Ratchet?
The opposite.
Oh. All right. Anyway.
Alright, so
what
I want to talk about today is more so my dick disbursement.
Okay.
Part, right? Because you talk about sexual liberation and everything, and I feel like guys have more sexual freedom or sexual liberation when they are younger versus when they are older. And versus women, when they are younger, they are more so worried about, do I want to be looked at as a hoe? I don't want people to think I'm some type of slow or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that, so I'm gonna make sure I keep my numbers low. But when you get older, you like shit. Who got the good shit? I want it. Come on. What?
Who got the good dick? Okay. All right. You let me know.
So,
but that's so hard.
How's that hard?
Because you don't want to fuck every guy that says he got good dick. But the only way to try it, the only way to know is to try it. Because every guy feel like he has new dick. That's why a lot of women, we tend to sleep backwards. We sleep with exes. We sleep with old flames. We sleep with guys that we've been fucking since high school because it's just safer. So if we know the dick is good.
Hold on. Are you calling me a female right now?
No, I'm not.
This is what I would do. If I couldn't or didn't have a chick that I could just go and call up and smash, I would call somebody from my past.
That's a man, though.
And what's the problem with
That's a man because y'all are willing. Y'all are hunting after new pussy. And women don't hunt after new dick.
What's wrong with that?
Huh?
What's wrong with that?
What, hunting after new dick?
Yeah.
It's a trial and error thing. Because every guy feels like they can fuck. Pussy, like, y'all are doing most... Y'all are... Okay. In a regular sexual exchange, men are doing most of the work.
Yeah.
So, basically, all you need is a body. You just need you need a body.
But
that's
I
it.
Agree with that though.
A
man should not always have to do all.
Okay, that's true. But in hindsight, generally, you're doing all the work. You just need her to just lay there. Open your legs, lay there. Okay, I'm just saying. Just in general.
I gotta just make that shit be known.
Okay, in general, right? She's just laying there.
Right. Okay,
so women, when we want to have some good dick, he has to know how to lay it down. Like, yeah, I could fuck you, but I might as well fuck my toys if I'm going to fuck something and it's not going to move. So we need a performance. So for me to have to try out 3 or 4 different new guys because I don't know about their performance and every guy thinks he's good in bed, that's 3 or 4 niggas at the end of the day. Whereas I could just go back to...
What's the difference with
my ex and know he put it down and get my shit and keep going?
What's the difference if a guy goes and hits a girl or busts down a girl and she trash? Now I done just wasted my nut, or suppose he.
You don't waste your nut because you always nut.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes and no.
See, women, we do not always orgasm.
Then that's your fault. Well, no. That's both of y'all. That's both of y'all fault. Because I say this because men are a whole lot easier to make orgasm than women. It's a whole lot easier. I feel like it's going to happen. But with me personally, I hate that stretch orgasm. The one that we talked about last week, how you fuck for maybe 10, 15 minutes, you come. And then you wipe off, and then you're really ready to go. That's the stretch. That's the lap around the gym and 10 push-ups before you start
that's your warm-up.
On the court. Yeah, that's your warm-up now.
Okay.
And I hate that because it'll be girls that I've had sex with in the past that I get my warm-up nut and they done already.
I don't see...
No, I'm ready to go.
That might just be a you thing, because a lot of guys,
if I got time...
Here and there, it's not a lot of warm-ups. It's like...
Then you need to
wham bam, exactly. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. But why I gotta fuck 3 or 4 guys to find the guy who has a warm up? Why I gotta do that?
Why I gotta find 3 or 4 girls, the one that's gonna really throw that shit back?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So women, we get BV, we get like all types of shit by letting different guys fuck.
Wear a condom.
Huh?
Wear a condom.
It doesn't matter.
You get BB without a condom?
Huh?
I mean, with a condom?
Well, I think you can get BB without a condom with oral sex. I did not know that.
No, suck his dick. Just fuck him.
No. By him giving you oral sex.
Well, don't let him lick
because,
your dick.
bacteria and stuff, it lives in your mouth because it's wet.
This
nigga got to answer. I did not know you. Oh, lady. So, I did not know you can get BV from receiving oral sex, but apparently you can. I did not know that. That's news for your ass. But
the overall premise of this conversation is to get into what we're talking about offline, which is hoe phases.
Okay, hoe phases. All right.
And
so
basically, I think that in a male's hoe phase is more so when he's younger, but a woman's hoe phase is older. Now we got some young hoes out here. But I feel like they life hoes. They're gonna be lifetime. They're gonna be hoes that they was hoes at 16. They was hoes at 21. They're gonna be hoes at 35.
I wasn't a hoe at 21. I just became a mom. I wasn't a hoe.
So life made you slow down. You still a hoe?
No, I didn't start hoeing until. So I had my little hoe moments at probably 22, 23. I wasn't a hoe, but I did some hoe shit.
What's hoe shit?
Just hoe shit.
Hoe shit. But I gotta be more vulnerable.
That's not being vulnerable. That's telling your business, which I'm not. But a lot of men in my life were very happy around that time.
Anyway,
I was gonna say that I learned a few things. And then I was in a relationship, and then I hit 27, and I was just like, yo, I need some new dick. I need some new dick. I want all new dick in my phone. I want, at least 3 guys who I can call for different things. And I like to, I like variety. Variety is the space of life. So, side note, of course I would meet the fly-ass Asian that comes to my girl last night.
Hey, I heard about that last night. Yeah, I heard about that last night.
I was let me tell you something. I don't know if I have, I date outside my race on my forehead.
Hold up, pause. Did you give him your real number?
Yeah.
Because they came to me and was like, I don't think Tiff giving him her real number.
I love Asians. What are you talking? My ex-fiance is Asian.
The guy in the tie said he thought it